Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I go by the name Ade Nisa. So today I'm super excited because we have a guest with us which I call internship expert. Okay, so today we'll get to know about how to secure a paid internship, the challenges involved, where to get the relevant resources, and much more. So without any further ado or say, let's dive in. Hello, Javan. Okay,
Hello.
so you're very welcome. Thank you for making time to come here today. So rather than doing the conventional introductions, I would like us to play a game.
Sure.
So it's very simple and very straight to the point. So you see here I have questions and 10 questions. So you get to pick 5 randomly. So any question you pick, you have to answer.
Sure.
Okay, and I also pick the rest so we can make it more interactive.
Start with the first one.
Yeah, I think you can just pick the 5 and then
5.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Or one by one. Okay. Second one. Third one. Fourth and fifth one.
Okay, so I will do the rest.
Great.
Okay.
So I start with the first one, right?
Yes, please.
This is my first one. I'm super excited by the way.
Oh my god.
So my first question is, what part of the human face is your favorite?
Okay.
So the part of the human face that is favorite to me is the eyes.
The eyes.
Yeah, I love beautiful eyes.
Okay.
Personally, because I do have beautiful eyes.
Of course.
And then I also believe that eyes carry emotions. You can be able to tell emotions by looking at someone's eye. If someone is sad, if someone is happy, or if someone is in love, you can tell from the eyes.
Okay,
That's
thank
why the
you.
eyes are favorite to me.
Okay, I'm starting to feel any. It's okay. Thank you for the explanation. Okay, so guys, I also have my own question. What is your biggest fear? Okay, my biggest fear will be not fulfilling my purpose of why I was created. So I just feel like I have this purpose that I have to fulfill, and dying without fulfilling it is what I fear most. Okay, now you.
Sure.
Your next question.
On to my next question. What was the last gift you gave someone? A very complex question. The art of giving. Okay, so the last gift I gave someone was 2 weeks ago, and it was a photo portrait of the person.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't reveal the details of the person, but yes, that was my last gift.
Thank you. I'm not trying to imagine. So I'll put my next question. Oh my god. Oh, why me? What is your relationship status? Okay, so unmarried, guys. You see, I don't have any ring. I'm unmarried. No further details, please.
I wish I got that question. But anyways, let me go to my third question. Wow, okay. How would you describe yourself in one word? I'm generous. I'm generous in both actions and words and gifts. And basically everything.
Guys, I can testify. Just being here today, that's generosity. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
So let's open our next question. My next question is, I hope it's not relationship. What was the last thing you Google searched? Okay, yeah. So I Google searched about interview questions, fun interview questions, sincerely. Nothing crazy. Okay, Javan.
I wish I had that question. Then the thing I would Google search was fun interview answers.
Oh, okay, so it'll be like
A direct answer to your question. Yeah, sure. Okay, on to my fourth question. Sing the first line of your favorite song.
Okay. Musicians in the building, please listen.
Okay, let me think of one favorite. Okay, I have a number of favorite songs, but let me think of the latest favorite song I have. The latest favorite song I have is one by Nuviri. Nuviri is a Kenyan musician. It's called Nuviri the Storyteller, and it's a party song.
Please sing the first line. Thank
First
you.
line. What's the first line? What's the first line?
Birthday. I know you must have birthday something.
Oh yeah, it's in Swahili. I remember. It's in Swahili. So it sings, Leo ni siku yako ya kuzaliwa. So it means today is your birthday.
You
That's
said
the
already.
Yeah.
Oh, I was already dancing. It's fine.
I'm not good at singing it. Thank you.
And now, okay, now this is a nice one. What is your full name? I'm sure you guys know now. Do I need to answer this one? Ade Nisa. Bongo. Okay. Thank you.
The name sounds Cameroonian. On to my last question, guys. I am super excited at this. What is your date of birth?
Birthday things.
Can I just give the date without the year? Is it allowed?
I don't think so. We would really like to know your age.
Okay, I was born in, should I say 99? 7th of May.
Thank you. So please note it, you need to give him give birthday shout outs. Yeah, I mean it's just past. It's birthday. We still allow arrears. You can still send gifts.
Sure, yeah, I'll be waiting for those gifts, guys.
And now, describe the color red to someone who is blind. Okay. So you're the blind person.
Sure.
Okay, so I know what it seems. It's a color, like it's a Valentine color. It's a color of love. It's the color of the blood. So do you understand? If you're a blind person, will you understand that I'm talking about red?
I would understand it from the color of love, the Valentine's color. Yeah.
Sorry, that's the only one he had, guys. All the things I explained, you know, yeah. Thank you so much for participating. So guys, let's now go directly into the subject matter of today, internships. I cannot wait to, please pick up books and pens and take down tips. This will be very interesting. So Javan, thank you so much for the introduction.
Sure.
At least we got to know a little bit more about you. So my first question to you will be, what are the different positions that you have been able to intern for?
What are the different positions that I've been able to intern for? Okay, so my professional journey and my internship journey dates back to actually pre-African Leadership University. Even before I joined, I got professional experience. And one of the organizations that I interned or that I worked for or that I volunteered for was one called the Pacemaker International in Kenya. So Pacemaker International in Kenya is an SDG-oriented organization. It focuses on the fourth SDG, that is equitable and sustainable, equitable education, rather. So while I was at Pacemaker International, I was a teaching assistant. So this was the first professional experience I ever got. Fast forward the time to when I joined the African Leadership University. My first one was my first internship experience. It was by an organization in South Africa. It's called African Secrets Management. So I served as a projects management intern. One of the courses we do in leadership is projects. So I served as a projects management intern. And then afterwards, I joined Student Life here as an intern. I worked for both the peer counselors and the wellness center for a time as an intern. Yeah, so, and right now, I'm headed to finance intern at an organization in South Africa too. It's called Jackies. Yes, so those are the few positions that I have.
Nice. I feel like you cut across many different concepts, kinds of fields, which makes it very interesting.
Yeah.
To think, how do you get all this experience in such a short time? That's amazing. So, okay, I know you're able to secure this internship, but what is one thing you wish you knew before even starting the whole process of applying for internship?
Sure. One of the very core things that I wish I knew before I started applying for internships Or one of the things that I would advise even my audience is whenever you're doing the application process or whenever you're going for interviews or internships, is keep in mind of this question: what exactly or what value will you add to the organizations? You'll find that most students go for internships interviews, and most of the time they talk about what they will gain as students from the organizations. I'll get these skills, I'll get this experience, I'll get this amount of money. But at the end of the day, the organization is also of interest. What will they gain from you as an intern? I think that is one key component that I would advise my audience to. And that is also one thing that I wish I knew before my internship applications.
Yeah, what will you gain from the...
What will the organization gain from your services?
Oh, okay, what will the organization... Let me keep that in my mind.
Yeah, sure.
So, what are the resources that helped you through this journey of securing internships? Because I'm assuming like there must be many resources that will help.
Yeah, sure. And that's a very good question, by the way. That's a very good question, and it's a pressing issue among not only students at the African Leadership University, but the whole of Africa. So, what are the resources that help students get internships? The first one is your school. If you get a school like, for example, the African Leadership University, we have career development. Career development teaches students. I know some of the students do not know this, but career dev actually teaches students to various organizations, to various companies across Africa and across the globe. So that's the first resource you need, your school. That's your immediate environment. You get it, right? Yeah, that's your immediate environment. Because actually what the career dev at school does is coaches you from resume writing to cover letter writing, so it guides you. There are student life coaches for the same, there are career development interns for the same. So that's the first resource. The second resource is what, for those students who've done human resource management, they'll tell you that human capital is one of the most important capital you can get.
Okay.
So the humans next to you, your friends. There are WhatsApp groups that maybe you and your friends could form and share internship opportunities. Maybe in their pages, maybe on Facebook, or maybe just by word of mouth. Your friends are also a very key resource for securing internships. The third one is what they call the value of networking.
Value of networking.
Most of my friends from first year got their internships from the Business of Conservation Conference, which was in Kigali. How did they get it? They attended the conference and they networked with the people who were there. And among the conversations, among the talks, they ended up securing internships from the people who came for the Business of Conservation Conference. So networking from the activities you have in school, the forums, and the meetings you have in school and anywhere else. Yes.
Thank you so much. So I really add on that because networking is for me is one thing that has also really helped me throughout my journey. But I just want to mention that because there are some people that in their schools they don't have the career development system. So you need to try your best to seek these other resources because where the school I'm coming from, it has nothing like career there, so it becomes a bit challenging. But yeah, use your friends. Use the networks, and I think I'll suggest LinkedIn is also a very good platform where you can meet people remotely and also in person. You can attend conferences as I mentioned.
Definitely.
Yeah. So there are so many resources, but what are three influential people that helped you throughout? Just three.
Three influential people that helped me through the internship journey.
Yeah.
One of the first people I could mention is while I was in first year, there was a career development intern. Her name was Zite. Zite was a career development intern. She's from Malawi. So Zite was one of the people who helped me so much in my internship applications, giving me advice, looking at my resume and all that. And I'm really grateful. Zite, wherever you are, I'm really grateful for that. Yeah. So that's one of the most influential people in my internship journey. The second one is my student life coach. One of my student life coaches, his name is Isaac. So Isaac has been very impactful to my internship journey. Not only giving me opportunities to apply for, but also going ahead to tell me this is what you're supposed to do, this is not what you're supposed to do, and all that. Then the last thing is actually my housemates, because at times we meet on a weekly basis and ask ourselves, what have you come across so far? What are the opportunities you've seen? And I think the exposure really helps.
Very much.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, but I also know in the midst of all this, you must have faced challenges. I don't think it's not like you sit and then you just apply to one internship and get it. So what are the challenges you faced and how did you overcome it?
What are some of the challenges I have faced and how did I overcome it? So you do get that when we move from the learning experience and we go to that practical broadstand, that is the internship experience, one of the issues that most students face is the financial issue. Where will I get money for transport? Where will I get money for my flight? Where will I get money for my food and my accommodation? That is a challenge, and I know that, and most students go through that. Yeah. Personally, maybe, and you've gone through that.
Yeah.
So, and it's also a matter that the school, that is the African Leadership University, investigated and found out, especially after our founding class went for the internships and came back. So they came up with a policy where they would tell the students, it was a hashtag, salary, stipends and not salaries. So they advocated for students to look for stipends and not salaries from the organizations. So if you're working for the organization, you could convince them that all I need is a living stipend. All I need is accommodation, food, and maybe a flight ticket. I do not necessarily need a salary because I might not have all the skills that are necessary. I'm actually learning. So when you move from that perspective of salaries and move towards stipends, at this point in time, it has worked for most students my age and most students who are advised to listen. Yes. So this is one major challenge, and that's how personally I overcame the challenge.
Thank you. Yeah, that's really a challenge. I mean, we are not working, we're still struggling to enter the job market, so it becomes very difficult. So if you were like in the job, assuming you're in a job interview now, and someone was asked the question, please tell us about yourself. So what would be your ideal response?
Please tell us about yourself.
Yeah.
Just before I answer your question, it reminds me that when you go for most interviews, when we go for most interviews, that's usually either the first question or the last question. Mr. Javan, tell us about yourself.
You put it better, yeah.
Or others would ask you, do you have anything else to add? So this is actually a tricky question because, and I find it very intriguing as a person, and I find it very essential as a person. And my advice would be, this is the moment where you're supposed to give it your all. This is the moment where you are supposed to tell the organization why it is important that they enroll you. So when I get back to your question, when someone asks me, tell us about yourself, one of the things that I often say during such questions is, you won't regret hiring me. I bring in new skill sets. That is maybe in finance, because I'm mostly inclined towards finance, and I'm also learning. So in the process of learning, I'll get better and better, and at the end of the day, I'm actually going to be an expert in that field. And the organization wouldn't at any point regret bringing me on board.
Thank you so much. So what I got is you should always talk about the skills you're offering, what you're learning at the moment, because I think most employees will want to understand that you're ready to learn new things, because there's almost no way you know everything the organization does, but you should be in the learning mode. So thank you so much. And last but not the least question, if you were in my shoes, so what question would you have asked yourself about internship that I didn't ask?
One question that I would have asked myself, or maybe if I were in the shoes, is there an end to internships? Or can I do more than one internship at the same time? My question is yes, you can juggle more than 3 internships. It's just like education, there is never an end to education. That's the same thing, there is never an end to this professional experience. There's never an end, especially for students. If you manage to get more than 2 internships, head on. If one won't jeopardize the working of the other, let's say for example one is remote and the other one is in person, then definitely my advice would be go for it. So that's the question I would have asked myself, and that's the answer I would have given.
Go for it, guys. Go for it. Personally, hey, we are attaching to remote, in person. We want all the opportunities. It's time to let's try and maximize our opportunities. We are young, energetic. And this goes for people that are undergraduate, you're graduating, maybe you've been out of school, you're thinking of going into the job market. It's always nice to start with an internship, like it prepares you and gets you ready. So I hope you guys learned a lot from this, and now you're ready to go out there, search for these internships. If you already got one, good luck and wish you all the best during this summer. And guys, thank you so much, Javan. It was really a pleasure having you. I personally learned a lot, yeah. So I hope to see you some other time. So where can the viewers find you? Like, we need these tips personally. If we want to get personal tips about internships or other stuff, or as you said, networking, maybe someone would like to network, where can we find you?
So at the moment I'm present on almost all social media platforms. I'm present on LinkedIn, I'm present on Instagram, I'm present on Facebook. And the viewers could find me at Javan Joseph.
Javan Joseph. So we'll leave it down below, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share so everybody gets to hear the good news. Till next time, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.